Welcome to the Rivernet Studio Sessions episode.
I have no idea what number it is. It's been a while. It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And we've had lots of sleep since then. Oh well, welcome to this as yet unnumbered episode. We've got quite a lot to show you. So we've got new products, new yarn, and a new tune.
Yes.
Yeah. So what shall we start by talking about our summer holiday?
Yeah.
Well, I hope you all had a lovely summer break. I hope you had some relaxing time, some good family time and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Our summer holiday didn't go to plan, did it?
Not really, no.
No.
Some of it.
Some of it did.
Yeah.
But as you probably know, it was our intention to do another big boat trip like we did last summer. So our plan was to go down the Grand Union Canal to London and then come back up via the Thames to Oxford and then up the Oxford Canal back to this area.
That didn't happen, no. Engine troubles.
Yeah, unfortunately our boat is a very old lady and she has a very old engine, and I think it might be the last days of our poor engine.
We'll see. You have to get the tools out and have a good look.
Yeah, so we got down as far as Leighton Buzzard.
Leighton Buzzard.
And we just got a glimpse of how beautiful the Grand Union Canal gets as you get further
And
south.
Milton Keynes. I would not have thought how beautiful the canal is around Milton Keynes.
I know.
Yeah.
I've always,
I thought like,
Milton Keynes is just somewhere we go when we have to go to IKEA or bigger shopping trips.
Beautiful.
So, but I think because it's a modern city designed.
And parks and everything, it was really nice.
We
and
were
warm,
able to.
And sunshine and
it was nice
everything.
weather too. Milton Keynes was an absolute revelation. It's a
hidden treasure if you stay off the roundabouts. Yeah.
We've only ever driven through the is it town? It's a town or is it a city? We've only ever driven through before, and it just gave us a completely different perspective going by boat.
I used to work there.
Yeah.
I never found my way around without a sat-nav.
But lovely pedestrian walkways, and the canal wiggles all the way through. Really, really quiet and beautiful. Didn't expect that. So there we go. So we went to Milton Keynes on our summer boat trip. And we went to Leighton Buzzard. We had a nice takeaway pizza in Leighton Buzzard. And then we had to turn around and come back. So the engine we're not any further forward with the engine. Who knows what's going to happen with that. But we won't dwell on it anyway. So when we came back we did lots of DIY on the boat, which was good, and then in the last week of our summer holiday we went to Halsey Manor in Somerset, where I made a melodeon, which is a type of accordion.
Diatonic button accordion.
It's a diatonic button accordion, and if you've seen these episodes before, you will have seen me playing my other one. I went on a week-long course with Emmanuel Parazel to make this. So that was a really intense and super, super fun week.
And we stayed in the manor house.
We stayed in the manor.
And apple trees and...
And every day I went to the workshop and did more woodworking and sanding and drilling and fitting reeds on the reed blocks and gasketing and stuff like that. And eventually at the end...
And the mechanism.
Did all the lever mechanism and everything and all put on the buttons on.
Bending and...
One day we even had to make our own springs. We had to Emmanuel set up this production line of us all wire bending to make springs that go. They went in the base end mechanism. And every night we went to the bar in the manor house and played music.
Drunk beer.
Yeah, and it's cider country really,
Yeah,
isn't
well,
it?
drunk beer.
But we're not really cider drinkers.
No, not anymore.
No, yeah, made loads of new friends and came away with a list as long as my arm of new tunes to learn. It was really, really fantastic time and beautiful, beautiful melodian, which I will play for you at the end, so hang on for that. Yeah.
Right.
Cool. So we're now back in Yarn World.
Preparing for Yarndale.
Yeah, and for Indie Untangled.
That's in October, isn't it?
That's in October. So Yarndale is at the end of September. Well, the last but one weekend, 24th, 25th.
I think so, yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'll look at the dates and I'll stick them in the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
And then Indie Untangled is the show in New York State, in America. So we're virtual exhibitors, we're not going there in person. Not this year anyway.
Not this year. But we got in properly.
Yeah, we applied for the show and we got in, and then we had an email saying, who wants to come do it in person?
We were like, oh, maybe not this year.
We would love to, but what with the pandemic and everything, it just, we haven't even been to Germany to see your family yet, so no.
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll be at Yarndale. Really, really looking forward to seeing people again. Looking forward to going to Skipton again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be really fantastic.
This time we're not staying on a narrowboat. Last time we went to Skipton for Yarndale, we stayed on a narrowboat, didn't we?
Stayed on somebody else's narrowboat. So that was really cool. But this time we're just staying in a boring hotel. Anyway, really looking forward to seeing people. Yarndale's always good fun. Yeah.
Lovely.
Cool.
So, and then we have Stitch Folk.
Yeah, so this is really for local people, or if you're visiting in the area. We've decided to start our knit and natter, but craft and natter, I think we should call it, because it's not just for knitting, it's for crocheting and any other kind of stitch-based crafts that you do. It's going to be on Wednesday evenings from 6 till 8:30. We've got loads and loads of space here, so we can all space ourselves out.
Yeah, we make a nice seating area, new chairs, and then really informal, just bring your project and...
Yeah, we've got a big catering boiler, so tea and coffee on tap. We'll bring biscuits.
Yeah.
And
that's the first time we've done it, huh?
Yeah, it'd be really, really nice having people.
We always planned to do that,
space.
but coronavirus just didn't allow us to do it. So
yeah,
it's going to happen.
It's going to happen. It'd be lovely to welcome people here.
Yeah.
No need to bring, ribbonets, yarn or whatever. You don't just bring whatever you're working on. And everybody is welcome. Yeah, right. Shall we dig into some of the new products?
Yeah, we've got loads of new things.
Got loads in the pipeline, and some things have come through already. So should we talk about the crafters wallets?
Yeah.
No, I've got one open here.
Okay. Just wanted to show this content.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, so these are called the Shoetown Crafters Wallets, and they're called that because they're made in Northampton, and if you don't know already, Northampton is famous for the boot and shoe industry. There are still some pockets of industry, and there's a lot of leather work that happens in Northampton that people may not be aware of. I'll go a bit closer to the camera with these. So they're at the moment in 3 colours of leather. We've got a tan, a burgundy, and this, maybe looks black, but it's really, really dark navy.
Yeah,
just check that you can...
Very saturated navy, lovely.
Yeah. Cool, and then if you want to show you, I'll show you the inside of a proper one.
Cool.
So the idea of these is that they're cases for holding your notions. I'm having to walk over to check that you can see it. Okay, so yeah, this can hold your tape measure, needles and things like that. A little clip for stitch markers, and a pocket for scissors.
You can show this here. This is how it looks like with some items in there.
Yeah, so that's our prototype one and some other stuff. And the other feature of this is that it has a lovely pocket that goes all the way along the back, and you can fit a crochet hook in it.
Yeah, we tested it.
We've tested it. You can get a pair of circular needles in it. So I was using it, you know, like when you're knitting a jumper or something, you have a pair of ribbing needles and you have your main gauge needles.
Yeah.
So I would just keep my...
I always lose mine.
Well, I always keep mine in my project bag,
Yeah.
but then they get tangled with the yarn or whatever. So I shall keep them in here from now on.
Yeah. So they're available in the shop now, aren't they? Yeah.
They're available, and so they've been made in Northampton by a talented leather worker that we've met, and yeah, they're made from veg tanned leather, so pretty environmentally friendly. The leather is going to soften and develop its own patina as time goes on, especially if you look after it. So yeah, that's the crafter's wallet. Really good gift idea.
Yeah.
And then
That's not.
it's not so good.
Oh, cool. Cool.
So while we're on the subject of sort of project bag type things,
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
we can tell you about Hannah Brough.
Okay.
So we discovered Hannah, or rather Hannah discovered us.
She discovered.
Yeah.
She walked into the shop once, didn't she?
Yeah. Hannah is a local weaver. We were really delighted to find out what she's doing, because she's already working with all natural fibres with a focus on British wool. So I think she was pretty happy to find us as well.
We were happy to find her.
Yeah, she has a studio at the Old Dairy Craft Centre in Stowe, which is literally
5 miles, 4 miles.
Maybe even less than that, just down the road from us, just
off the A5.
Just off the A5. Yeah. So, yeah, she's literally round the corner. So that was going to be a match made in heaven, surely. So we are working with Hannah to make some project bags.
Mm-hmm.
So we gave Hannah some mini skeins of our Nen 4-ply before we went away, and she wove these samples for us.
Maybe go a little bit.
Do you want to take take them up to the camera? Just check on the screen that they're being, that you can see them.
So that's one. Yeah, you can see it. And then there's another version. And a teal one. Do I do the right one?
Turn it around. They're double-sided. The fabric is double-sided, so it looks good on both sides. But yeah. So Hannah brought those samples to us at the beginning of this week, and she's now working on turning them into project bags for us.
And dyed some yarn.
Oh, and some pencil cases.
And pencil cases.
Yeah, yes. So we've dyed her the yarn, and it'll be on the way to her very soon.
And we hopefully will bring some to Yarndale.
Yeah, so we're hoping to launch
minimum quantities, not much, but so yeah, if you plan a trip to Yarndale, to Skipton, we will have some of these bags available on our store.
Yeah, so launching at Yarndale, British wool, woven, hand-dyed, hand-woven, handmade.
Locally, within 5 miles.
Yeah, project bags. Yeah. Which is just such an exciting collaboration. I'm really, really happy to be working with people so locally.
Ooh.
And talking of working locally,
yes,
that all linked together quite nicely, didn't it? It wasn't planned. You're probably aware that we have been sourcing wool from local farms, and we identified 2 farms that are within a 10-mile radius of our studio, one in Ascot and one in Braunston, that have prize-winning flocks. So the one in Braunston...
Champion flocks.
Champion flocks.
That's how they call it, I think.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. They get it.
We're sort of getting into sheep world,
Yeah,
so
it's a
it's
new world for
another
us.
world as well. There's yarn world and there's sheep world, and it's really delightful, and we're loving finding out more about it. Finding out about the people who work with the sheep and how much they care for their animals. It's just really, really interesting. So the Shetlands are in Braunston. And in Ascot is a flock of Leicester Longwools, and Chris and Barry, who keep the Leicester Longwools, have a particular preference for black Leicester Longwools, which were only recognised by the Breed Association a few years ago, weren't they? Yeah, so...
So we had the fleece sorted on site.
We went to Chris and Barry and we sorted the fleece there, and then we took it to the mill, and it's all really spun.
Early.
It came quicker than we thought. So it's really fabulous.
And it is gorgeous. It's lustrous and shiny and
soft.
And soft. You wouldn't believe how soft it is.
And I think that was the most surprising thing for me.
So this is our new yarn, and it's called, Becky?
Well, Northampton Sheer is the overriding name for these new yarns.
And do the squish.
So the natural colour is a really, really nice, warm, smoky grey. Which we'll be selling it just as is.
Can you imagine knitting a sweater from that? I can.
I certainly can.
That'll be so warm.
It's a sport weight as well. We decided to have a different weight of yarn because we don't have sport weight at the moment. So it doesn't make sense to spin a long wool thicker, really, because it has that lovely drape to it. You can probably see the way the hank is sort of dangling. So we wanted to make the most of the drapiness of the fibre, but we just wanted to offer something different to what we have already. So it's a sport weight. It'll be quite a nice one for knitting jumpers because it'll have sort of the feel of a 4-ply but knit up a bit quicker. And we will be dyeing some.
Yeah, we will be dyeing.
Because like our Jacob, we have the brown which we over dye, and that gives some of the most popular shades on the Jacob. So we'll be doing the same with this, but there'll be lots of the natural as well because we love natural sheepy shades.
So
so I think that's about it for what we've got new to show you. Other than that, I mean, and since we're back, we're dyeing Chimera.
We have a lot of Chimera dyeing to do, so as you probably have noticed, a lot of our Chimera colours are sold out. So we're frantically dyeing Chimera, actually quite large quantities. That is due to popular demand, and also we have taken on some stockists in the US and Canada. So
they're waiting for it. You're all waiting for it. So the plan is to dye as many kilos as possible by next Friday. And then we have to send it to the mill to be twisted. And then the plan is that we will have fresh Chimera at Yarndale. But we're on a really tight schedule.
Will happen.
We're going to be working flat out, no weekend.
No.
Until it's done.
Well, that's alright.
It'll be alright. It'll be alright.
5 weeks holiday, so we all
we really can't complain. It's just got to that time of year where you need to do things to the boat to prepare for winter as well. But We'll get through it. It'll be all good, and we'll have loads and loads of yarn.
And new stuff.
Loads of
Yarndale,
new
yeah?
stuff.
Cool.
And yeah, we'll be bringing it all to Yarndale. So fantastic! Yay! Shall we play a tune then?
Yeah, let's play this tune. Yeah.
Yeah. I wrote a new tune on my new melodeon, and yeah, what is there to say about it really? Not much. It's quite a chill out kind of tune, so get yourself a cuppa and your knitting or crochet out. And yeah, it's called The Deep Sheet.
I like your serious face.
So Emmanuel Paracel, who taught the melodeon building course, you may have worked out, was French, and spent the whole week taking the piss out of English speakers trying to speak French. So I've named this tune really in reference to him, because the deep sheet is what he told us we would be in if we made a mistake.
Yeah.
Enjoy.